Hey, what's up, gamers? This is Zycath here, bringing you some more Beasts of Bermuda gameplay. Today, I've strayed away from the official servers in favor of playing on a server called Isla Nublar. These servers are a lot different. They have a lot of more rules that I'll kind of like cover more as the video goes on, but one of the number ones that my favorite is has got to be the lack of herbivore aggression. And that's really great that the plant eaters don't just kill you on sight anymore, because it retains the fact that the carnivores are supposed to be the hunters in this game. And it's a nice change. Right off the bat, I logged into a megalosaurus that was already quite small and found an apatosaurus that actually wanted to 1v1, and that was great. It was a lot of fun. The build that I had on this megalosaurus was from back when I very first started the game. I just booted up and tried a random server and didn't understand the rules, went back to official. This guy's build is totally ruined, so it's just a total throwaway dinosaur, so I'm just having a lot of fun here. The number one strat that I use whenever I'm hunting these apatosaurs is trying to go for that neck. You can see he's holding it up whenever I try and get him. But the only thing that he can do when I go for his neck like that is that little stomp attack, which is a lot easier to avoid. I get near that tail, it'll end for me pretty quickly. He does end up getting me, and that's fine. Like I said, throwaway dinosaur, but we're just going to go ahead and go on to some actual like survival gameplay, because this is cut and dry. I don't kill him. I'm too small. GG. And so we start the life of a new megalosaurus. Same way all the other ones start. You just go and sit in a cave, eat the food that the bigger ones have provided to you. Went really well. We were getting a really nice sized pack together. Everybody was getting to good sizes. I was about 1.16 when we finally headed out to hunt. As you can see, I actually have a megalosaurus in this group way bigger than me. It's a 1.9 mega. That's incredible. I've never seen a carnivore get above 1.2 on the official servers. So it was just really great to see like such a large carnivore. Like, you just immediately knew, it's like, okay, this server is gonna be different. Like, this server like actually has the capability for carnivores to survive on it. So we were stalking this herd, and as we got closer, we discovered there's this scent trail like right in front of us, big, and we're like, what is going on? It's like, are we gonna hunt them, or are we just gonna eat this food right here? Actually found out that it was a bunch of eggs that they had broken. This was crazy. I don't know what the story is here, but I was really surprised. It's the first time I've ever eaten an egg in Beasts of Bermuda. And they provide just a lot of food, a lot of satiation, and that was just really great. It was really nice grabbing a free little DoorDash meal like that, and that's pretty much what you want whenever you're playing a carnivore. You eventually want to get to the point where you get to PvP and have all that fun, but early on, like, free food, just go back to your cave and live a little bit longer, because the longer you can survive, the stronger your dinosaur. The stronger your dinosaur, the better chance that it survives when it goes into combat. As we're leaving the place of our meal, all of a sudden we look down and see that the herd is under attack. Hopefully you're able to see them right there. It's two giant Rexes. You see, another one of the rules on this server is the fact that you can only have so many of each dinosaur in a pack or a herd. For T-Rexes, you can only have two T-Rexes, which makes a lot of sense because they're the biggest, largest carnivore in the game. That being said, if you're still too small to defend yourself, it doesn't matter. We catch this little guy all by his lonesome and make a quick meal out of him, no problem. I was a little bit worried that he might have came from the pack with the larger T-Rexes. You can have juveniles, but you can only have 2 adults. That's how the pack limit rule works. But thankfully, they either didn't notice or this guy wasn't in group with them, because this was just a free meal. And now we get to one of my favorite parts of this playthrough, is discovering the herd at the top of the snowy mountain. These guys... oh man, they were just dedicated that they were not going to leave this spot. And this very first time that we encountered them, they're like wedged up all together next to each other. They have lots of apatosaurs and Cychania. Pretty much just like these tanks that like we really can't get on top of. So we have to wait for a moment where they kind of spread out more. Because jumping into all of them right now would just be suicide. But, you know, that's just part of the game sometimes. Like, even though we want to be like these aggressive carnivores, like the fact is, like, the herbivores are in a good position right now. We're not going to get a hunt off here. So we ended up having to leave. Of course, though, you know we're going to end up coming back. Wild Rose, the huge megalosaurus on this server, gets in there, is really tearing up the APA for us. And really just, we have a lot better of an opportunity this time. You see, they've taken themselves out farther away from the wall. One is even backing down the hill trying to get to us. They've completely ruined that positional advantage that they have on us. So this is the opportunity that we have to hunt on them. Because now that they're not all stacked on top of each other, you'll be able to see me right here get in and get on his legs, right in like this little weak spot of his, and just really nail him for some damage. See, he tries to stomp on me, he can't hit me. He starts moving forward back into that safe position, so I have to move out. Hits me and knocks me down the hill, and I take a lot of fall damage. On my Megalosauruses, I always take powerful legs because it allows you to jump higher, which gives you this like ability to get to places that other dinosaurs cannot, but also reducing the amount of fall damage that you take, which is another thing that happens a lot, is taking fall damage, getting knocked down. That hill right there, like, had I not had powerful legs, would have been a one-shot kill for me. I also run into the survivability tree because as a small dinosaur like the Megalosaurus, it's so easy to die like that. Of all the clips in this video, this has to be the most embarrassing one that I'm going to show. This is the hunt that should have went perfect. This is an APA that is just out in the open all by himself, and it just doesn't go very well. I get punted, take a little bit of fall damage. I'm kind of like letting everybody jump in and do their work. I'm like, okay, well, you know, nobody's like jumping in. I wonder if everybody's hurt. It's like, I know how to do this. I know, like, jump for the APA's neck and everything. And as I'm going for it, this burb guy goes in as well. Bites me. Now that I've taken bleed damage, I'll have reduced healing until I'm done bleeding. And the fight's just over. Like, my healing ability is ruined. Everybody else is taking way too much damage from his tail or from fall damage. I'm sure I bit him too. So that was just a fight that we had to give up on. And we headed back to the waterfall herd because we just weren't having any luck up in the snowy mountains. And we immediately noticed, you know, there's a body right here, you know, so that's a little bit of free food. But this is a 2-body down server, so we have a really good opportunity to go ahead and hunt right here because we only need to kill one dinosaur to end the engagement, right? So we're going in, we're checking it out. They've noticed us at this point, and one of our players is actually going to jump over this rock and kill something. I never see what it is, but still, 2 bodies down is 2 bodies down. And we're going to get out of here scot-free with our food, and this is a really big play. That being said, though, herbivores stay salty. They're so mad that we ended up killing their friend that they start, like, closing in on us. They're, like, not going to let us have the food or whatever. They're like, get out of here. You guys are mean. We're like, dude, we're just trying to eat. We're just hungry. There's no hate. Despite how aggressive these guys are being, we're going to end up grabbing our food and heading on out. We're going to head to the top of the waterfall because that's a good water source, in addition to the fact that it's just a close place that we can go ahead and start eating. While we're up here, though, we get absolutely ambushed by that pack of huge Rexes that we saw around this area early. I was actually, like, AFK, like, doing something when I noticed that everybody's running away and that there's a Rex right on top of me. I'm going to hop on down this hill, powerful legs saving my life once again, and we're just going to book it. Sadly, they get a guy. They get that bird guy, and, you know, that's sad. I hate it for him, but, man, that's just survival. We got ambushed by the most dangerous predator in the game, and it's eat or be eaten. So, adios, burb. It was nice playing with you. We ended up getting too close to that herbivore gang again, and they're, like, running us off, and I'm just like, well, you know, if y'all just gonna run away from your base like that, I'm gonna take this opportunity to try and go kill your children. And I almost do. I really wish that these guys had been AFK like I thought they were. But I still get in here. Like, I'm still, like, enough to, like, threaten the baby. You know, keep them on their toes. This guy's obviously AFK, but his two parents aren't. So, way to go. Good parenting wins the game once again. You see, me and my crew, we stay hungry. So, even though we just ate down at the waterfall, well, starting to get hungry again. You know, you gotta like have food in the fridge if you want to feel good about it, right? You can't just always be like starving and barely finding your next meal. So we go back to the herd at the snowy mountain, and we're messing around with these guys a little bit. I'm really just creating the distraction here. See, I'm pulling this apatosaur further and further away from that back ridge there where the rest of our pack is located. Once he gets far enough away, specifically once he gets turned around, they're going to pounce. And they're going to go after the smaller apatosaurs, babies, or just any easy target that we can find for ourselves right here. Rose is the one that does the most damage out of us, so I'm really just creating this opening for her. You can see the moment that the apatosaur turns around, Rose is right in there. And all we have to do is let her do her thing. We know that she's gotten her damage off. Once again, the apatosaur is turning around. He's wasting all of this time, and he's not really able to get anything done for it. And I noticed that we've got an enemy coming up behind us. This Cychania is not going to be a threat to us. I'm just trying to kind of ward him off. I don't want him getting in here and collapsing on our group while we're trying to finish this hunt off. And it ends up being a really good play. It looks like I'm just kind of wasting time, not really accomplishing anything for the hunt. But we end up collapsing on one of the smaller apatosaurs right here. I noticed it's like, hey, this looks like a really solid opportunity. I'm just going to get in there for as much as I can, and I just start tearing it apart. We've got space in the back because we backed that one Psy off. A Psy is coming off to the front. He's going to hit me, but when he hits me, I'm pretty sure he also hits the apatosaur and may have gotten the killing blow on it. Those guys hurt like a truck, but that's one body down, and that's the first step in this hunt, is just to get that first body down. But after this is when the worst happens. Trying to carry this piece of meat back home, the smell of the kill attracts birds from around, and they're going to swoop on us, and they're going to get us. See, I've always heard that birds rule a lot of the servers in this game, and playing on official, I never once saw that happen. But playing against these guys, I can totally see how that's possible. Absolutely great manipulation of the flying creatures. I really felt like I couldn't do anything, but that just shows I have so much room to improve in the game. But it was just really cool to experience dying from something that I've never died from before. These huge dragons tearing through the sky. It honestly has been the most memorable Megalosaurus experience yet. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.